Hello, my name is Brandon Chien, and I'm a junior at Northwood High School. Today, I'll be presenting my research on the effects of music education on brain development, academic performance, mood, and behavior. I enjoyed researching this topic since it combines my passion for music and interest in neuroscience. First, we will go over the definition of music education and the significance of understanding the importance of the field. Next, we review the neuroscience behind how musical experiences shape different regions of the brain. Then, we explore the current usage and potential of music therapy in the treatment of neurodegenerative diseases, including Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and autism spectrum disorder. Finally, we conclude by analyzing the future for music education. Music education is a wide field of study that encompasses learning music instruments, understanding musical concepts and notation, and music appreciation. Developing a better understanding of the significance of music and how it is shaping the world today is necessary in preserving, appreciating, and potentially expanding on the benefits. In order to study how the brain develops and changes, it is crucial to understand neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to change its structure, function, and connections. To elaborate, neuroplasticity is the manner in which the brain shapes itself by forming new neural connections. There are several processes of neuroplasticity. Synaptic plasticity involves the enhancement in strength and the efficacy of synapses, which are the small gaps in between neurons where neurotransmitters are carried through. Another process of neuroplasticity is myelin plasticity, which is responsible for improving the speed at which signals are transmitted between neurons. Learning an instrument positively influences both synaptic and myelin plasticity through repetition of specific motor movements. Further research from Butcher in 2002 shows the impact of playing an instrument on the structure of the brain. For instance, the volume of gray matter in Heschel's gyrus is region of the auditory cortex that is responsible for auditory processing was compared between musicians and non-musicians. Note that a greater volume of gray matter signifies that there were neural adaptations. Participants listened to several musical sounds, and the degree of neural activity in Heschel's gyrus was measured. Results indicated that musicians exhibited double the amount of neural activity in Heschel's gyrus compared to non-musicians. Furthermore, MRI results revealed that there was a 130% increase in gray matter in Heschel's gyrus in the musicians. This relationship between musicality and volume of gray matter in the musicians versus non-musicians demonstrates the effect that musical training has on influencing neuroplasticity, or in other words, shaping the development of the brain. This impact is further proven in a research paper published by Zatar and his team in 2023, which analyzed the correlation between white matter volume in the corpus callosum, the collection of nerve fibers that connects the left and right hemispheres of the brain, in musicians and non-musicians. They stated that greater white matter organization in the corpus callosum was present in musicians. Since white matter increases the brain's efficiency to transport information between different regions, this evidence indicates that playing an instrument activates parts of the brain associated with analytical thinking, emotional processing, and creativity. In addition to alterations in brain structure, practicing an instrument can also boost academic performance. Dos Santo Luis explored this connection between musical training and academic achievement by collecting the composite score, academic achievement score of six subjects from music and non-music students in seventh and ninth grade. The results showed that students with musical experience performed higher academically and received higher marks. Moreover, a meta-analysis by Roman Cavallero indicated that there was a 57.3% probability that a person who participated in musical training demonstrated higher cognitive and academic achievement than a person who did not. Three important life skills can be taken from music lessons and applied to an academic setting. Time management is one of these life skills. that music students acquire because they learn to balance schoolwork and practice time. There is an abundance of evidence proving this connection. For example, in a study that surveyed 2,323 parents regarding behavioral changes in their child, ages 7 through 17, after participating in music lessons for more than a year, 68% of the parents reported that their child completed more tasks on time and kept track of what they need to accomplish. In a school environment, this can translate to a student not only completing their schoolwork on time, but also prioritizing essential tasks. Instrument practice also requires motivation from the students, and there are a variety of reasons for them to continue learning an instrument, which include enjoyment of the activity or wanting to improve. This internal motivation subsequently increases their academic motivation, according to a journal article by Yang Jing in the International Journal of Social Science and Humanities Research. Motivation in academics include high confidence and desire to succeed, which usually leads to students dedicating more time for studying. The third major life skill is perseverance. Learning how to play an instrument comes with many challenges and countless hours of practice. So the attitude that students have plays a major role in determining their academic success. In addition to the role of music in the growth of the brain and boost in academic performance, further research shows the impact of music therapy in improving mental well-being and treating a wide range of neurological disorders, including Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and autism spectrum disorder. Music therapy is a form of treatment that involves music listening and interactive music therapy, which may include singing, improvisation, or playing an instrument. For music listening, although the amount of physical activity is minimal compared to when playing an instrument, there are still physical benefits. This is due to entrainment, which is defined as the phenomenon where biological functions like heartbeats and breathing synchronize with the rhythms of a song. These precisely coordinated movements are tied to areas of the brain, such as the cerebellum, that control motor functions and form connections between these neurons. The regulation of motor timing is an ancestral mechanism of music therapy that can rehabilitate lost or damaged neurological functions. In addition to the physical responses, listening to music associated with one's memories can activate areas of the brain that process emotions. The ability to select personal music can positively affect functions such as attention, memory, and behavior regulation. Interactive music therapy is also very significant as every instrument requires unique motor movements, like the intricate placement of fingers on the string instrument. Furthermore, in improvisation, creativity and social interactional skills are developed. One example of the relevance of music therapy as neurological rehabilitation is a study by Basso that delves into the effects that interactive music therapy has on young adults with autism. During each 1 hour weekly session, they engaged in live musical activities. The clinical global impressions improvement and brief psychiatric rating scale scores were recorded at the beginning of the study, 26 weeks in, and 52 weeks in. The results conclude that the patients exhibited less severe symptoms of autism spectrum disorder, such as abnormal behavior, hyperactivity, and asociality. They also demonstrated improvement in their social skills. There's ample evidence showing the effects of music education on enhancing learning environments and improving academic performance, as well as benefiting one's mood and behaviors as with music therapy. In order to develop a better understanding of the impact of music education, further longitudinal studies with larger sample sizes on the direct correlation between music education and academic performance, as well as the effectiveness of music rehabilitation, are necessary. In the future, music therapy could even be implemented more frequently in educational facilities as a way to promote relaxation in students. If there's one thing to remember, the next time you listen to a song or play an instrument, take a moment to appreciate that the brain is growing stronger and more resilient in the process.